really excited to be sitting here with you and actually Comeau and Thompson from the Lusty Mannequins. And congratulations to a great show last night.
Thank you.
I only saw half of it because it was late.
Which half?
The last half.
Okay, that was the good half.
It was a fantastic half, and I wish I'd seen the other half, but I'm going to get the footage.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
So, but I've been hearing wonderful things about it.
Oh,
Great.
thank you.
How do you like London so far?
I love it.
You do?
Yeah,
I love it.
amazing. Never been here before. So much history. A lot of walking around, and just everything is a historic building.
It's true. Even like the McDonald's.
Historic McDonald's, historic subway. Lots of very famous things to see.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful here. Everyone's really nice, except in the Primark. This is like a department store to buy clothes. Everyone was body checking you and like really into it.
What? This is London.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
I know.
Yeah.
Me too.
Let's talk to the organizers of this festival about it because I think they need to know.
Be like Primark. I gotta talk to them.
Yeah. No, but you've also been teaching this week, and do you want to tell us something about this?
Sure. We are both teachers back home with the Second City in Toronto, and so the organizers asked if we wanted to teach courses, which of course we said we would absolutely do that.
We actually applied to teach them as well.
Right.
They were like, "Oh, you're teachers. Come teach with us." And we're like, "Oh, hey, we're teachers. Can we teach them?"
Great. That's how it actually. She actually knows
Very
this. So I'm
specific.
I don't actually know how this came across.
It's like-
So what I assume is, and again, I know this is completely just off the top of my head. What happened was I wrote a letter to you, and then you passed that letter along to everyone here at Slapdash, and then they ran it through their system, and then they came back with a positive match on our teaching records.
Yep.
And does this make sense?
No.
No, it doesn't make sense.
And also, if that's the case, that changes everything.
It changes everything for sure. So
So
anyway,
we've been teaching 2 workshops. One is about a character workshop, trying new approaches to finding characters, and the other one is about getting better at stagecraft and acting through things that make us human, like secrets, lies, gossip, subtext, all that fun stuff.
Well, both fantastic classes, like
Thank you.
experience, and also it's something you really show on stage. You've got really strong characters. You've got an amazing sense of humor.
Thank you.
So I did. Sorry, pardon the language. I did laugh my ass off.
Yay!
Good. Again, at least the second half.
Yeah.
We know the second half was okay.
Well, yeah. Let's not talk about that.
No, the first half.
And this is your format, like your long form format.
Yeah.
That is basically it's based on relationships and characters, or how would you describe it?
I think that's a great way to describe how we perform together. Is we do a lot of relationship-based scenes. We do a lot of kind of grounded, maybe dark, emotional scenes. She is much more of a character. You do amazing characters. My characters are not usually as elaborate as yours. So if there's a straight man in the group, it's probably me. But yes, I think certainly last night anyway is a good example. It was mostly relationship-based stuff, which I think it's fun to do.
Yeah, the narrative. I find that the narrative always comes out of the relationship. So you can put anybody at a coffee shop or on the subway or on an airplane, but it's about the relationships that you build that make the story interesting.
Right. I think that's a good, philosophy for my improv anyway, is that the scene should never be about what is happening in the scene physically. It's about the relationship between the two people.
Yeah. Well, I can't spare you this one, guys. Sorry. Speaking of relationship, you happen to be in one.
That's
It's
right.
true. It's true.
Right, yeah.
We are in love and we have regular.
How's it going?
Great.
It's going all right.
Okay.
It's okay, I guess. There's some pretty deep-seated issues. Everyone, ups and downs, peaks and valleys. I've always got one foot out the door just in case. As most people do, I think, in relationships. I think it's normal. Yeah, she's good enough for now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
But there's
I'm just
always
kidding.
2 sides to every story.
Yeah, right.
I'm completely happy, in denial.
Good.
I
A
had
lot
a
of
great
passive
time.
aggressive kind of just back and
It's the
forth.
Canadian
Yeah,
way.
it is. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I know things are great. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't think of performing with my boyfriend or with my partner. Afterwards, all I want to do is kiss, whether it went good or bad. It's like, oh, that was bad. Give me a kiss and a hug. Or that was so much fun. Give me a kiss and a hug. But on stage, it's like, no, you're my father, brother, boss, coworker, priest, whatever. But afterwards, it's definitely the ease that comes with it. I think being partners in real life too, because I know how he thinks about certain things, so I can push his buttons on stage, which is really fun.
And there's an inherent trust as well. Like when you are in a relationship with someone, you just know, I know I can trust Ashley. I know what she's good at and what I'm good at. And so it's just there's, when you're playing with people, even if they're your experienced performers and you're playing with other people who've played a lot, there's always a bit of figuring each other out. And obviously, we figured each other out a long time ago, so that's taken care of.
Got this off
Yeah,
the
we got that
table.
figured out. So that's good. That's So there's a lot, there's just a lot of trust, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the sex is good too.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. So, so how about a little bit of your impressions of what you thought of this festival so far? I mean, do you get a chance to see some stuff?
The only shows that we've seen were last night with the international ensembles, with Nico's troupe, whose name I always butcher, Teatricou?
Yes.
Teatricou?
Group from Italy.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
So fun.
Incredible. This whole festival, everyone is so nice, from the organizers to the performers. We just had a great time. Everyone's been so welcoming, and it's really fun to make new relationships and learn how other countries do things, and how other people do things, and it's been a lot of fun.
I'm so impressed with how many non-native English-speaking people are at this festival. Like, to improvise in another language to me seems incredibly terrifying.
Yeah.
So, good for all of you guys. Yes,
Also true.
sure, yes,
True.
of course it is.
Terrifying the whole
Absolutely. It can certainly breed some incredible moments of creation. It can also breed just panic attacks. So whichever, I think I just admire you guys and the Estonians and the Finns and everyone who came over here and who, have to, I don't know,
Our native speakers.
right, just have that second layer of, like, that extra layer of difficulty on top of improvising, which is
already difficult.
very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm impressed by that, and yes, the whole festival is nice and small. It's intimate. Everyone gets to know each other.
But people know about it.
Oh
It's not like
yeah. I'm not saying that.
just for improvisers.
No,
like
no.
there are people who aren't improvisers in the audience, and that in Toronto is very difficult to do. So to Shannon and Jules and Carlene and everyone involved in it, like, that's amazing.
Very cool.
Yay!
Well, tell me about Toronto. I mean, what do you think are the main differences between Toronto and here?
Oh gosh,
Well, the differences between the cities of Toronto and London.
we're a baby
Well,
city.
yeah, we're pretty.
We don't have historical McDonald's.
Yeah, we do not have any historical McDonald's.
And you are always rude. Oh no, Canadians are
Right,
definitely
we're the polite ones.
the polite ones. I forgot. Yeah.
I've heard that Toronto is like the rudest city out of all of them.
Probably, which still makes it probably pretty polite.
Like a polite rude.
A
Like,
polite group. Yeah.
oh, screw you, I'm so sorry. Like, as far as the improv scene, it's very similar to here in the sense that there are people who do short form, there are people who do long form, there are people who cross over and do both. Then there's like stand up, which is obviously different from improv, and sketch as well, also different. But it seems very. I was talking to Jules yesterday, and he just kind of said, there's lots of different avenues that people take, and Toronto's very similar to that.
Yeah.
And it's, they cross-pollinate a lot. So it's not you only do this or you only do that. It's, try that, do this. Oh, pick the things that work best for you and that you like and go and do it.
Yeah, I think Toronto has a very rich comedy kind of history and community. Obviously, we come from the second city, and it started in Chicago, but Toronto is also known for its second city theater, and people like Dan Aykroyd and John Candy and Gilda Radner coming out of there. So Toronto is very much a comedy city, but at the same time, the comedy community feels pretty tight knit. It's big, but everyone kind of knows each other and gets along relatively well.
And it's growing as as the months pass, more and more people are getting into improv, which I think is really important. Even if people aren't going to do it for their life journey or even past 1 year, to learn the tenets of improv, help in your everyday life. I know it sounds kind of like culty or like a religion or something, but the improv changed my life. It changed my life.
And it can change yours. Sign up today.
Just do it. Yeah.
I have another question now. What is your main goal when you play improv? What do you want to tell the audience? Is there anything you want to achieve with improv, when you are on stage?
I think it changes nightly. So sometimes I read something in the newspaper and I'm infuriated by it. And I want to educate people and let them know how horrible this thing is. So sometimes it's political. Other times it's emotional. I'm working through something. At the very least, bare bones, no matter what, if I can spread the joy that I feel doing improv and watching improv to an audience, then that's my goal. Like to just spread that joy and bring people into the joy and the party of it and how wonderful it makes, even on a bad night where you're like, oh, that show. If you're always playing and having a good time, it spreads and it's contagious, and that is the feeling. And that kind of transcends any language, too. You don't have to know exactly what everyone's saying to have a good time. And sometimes life can be quite dark and horrible, so if I can make somebody forget about their mortgage payment or that they have the flu or whatever for 2 seconds because they're laughing at a joke, that joy is there.
If they have the flu, I would hope they would stay home.
Yes, please stay home if you have
the flu. Don't come to improv shows because improvisers are very sickly, pathetic humans.
Starving artists.
Yeah, so when I get sick, I milk it. I act like a big baby. I have to be in bed for like 5 days. So even if it's just a bit simple. So if you have the flu, stay home. But that said,
when you're on the mend, come
back
to the show.
for sure. After you're not contagious anymore.
How about you? What do you do improv for?
I don't know what I do improv for, but what I like to try to do when I improvise is tell a story. I like the narrative aspect of it. I like the challenge of having a few different balls in the air at once and then trying to land them all at the same time, which is a mixed metaphor. But you know what I mean. I like ball play. I like playing with balls. If I can get a couple balls in my hand, just kind of gently squeeze them, and then kind of squeeze a story out of those balls. Exactly. So I like telling a good story. I like playing interesting characters. I like connecting characters in ways maybe the audience isn't expecting. Sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. But again, as long as people are having fun, I think that is, of course, our first priority as entertainers is to entertain. So as long as that's being accomplished, I don't really care what I end up doing, or I don't necessarily have a goal to achieve on stage. But if I had my way, I would tell a good story.
Yeah, if we're not making you laugh, we want to make you feel something, or we want to say something. If we're doing one of those three, then we're good.
One last question.
Yeah,
Your plans for the near future? Have you any plans, or have you any maybe forums or formats you want to work on and develop?
We're actually always coming up with, we'll look at normal acting exercises or improv exercises and try to break them apart and see if there's a way that resonates with our voice better, whether it's to teach or to do it. We're also part of that Dog Theater in Toronto, and they're amazing for taking a structure, doing the structure well, and then kind of breaking it apart and deconstructing it, and it's really cool. So that's something I really admire. So that kind of stuff, both in teaching and on stage, to take a Harold and then disassemble it, or to take an Armando and disassemble it. I think it can go so many ways. That, or we also, like, as the Lusty Mannequins, I think we want to travel more. We want to get back over to Europe again and learn so much and make new friendships. And and have a great time and learn. And we have a guest room. We have a guest room. You ever need a place to stay? That's what I've been saying all festival.
You've invited a lot of people to our house. I hope they all don't show up.
I'll cook for all of you.
And it kind of makes us feel less special.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
It really does kind of lessen the impact of inviting a guest over when you literally invite everyone you
Just a
need.
tiny bit.
It kind of takes. So we need to go around and uninvite some people tonight.
We'll uninvite some people, and we'll reverse it by saying the invitation is for all, but it's the true hardcore loves of ours that will show up.
Well, that works for everyone. That's diplomatic.
Yeah, good.
Very Canadian.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure having you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. And thank you. Next station, last words. Next up.
Next up, home.
Home.
Home? Yeah.
Next stop is home.
Next big thing.
The next big
The
thing.
next big improv thing. Well, the Big City Improv Festival is coming up in Toronto. Submissions are open now, and we strongly recommend, especially your trip to come. And we also do lots of shows with Mad Dog, and then we're coming up to Barcelona to teach in November. So that'll be really fun. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, the Lusty Mannequins.